Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, what messages come through, the cards that do come out in this reading. So the first card we have is the Chariot. So there's some Cancer energy with this. You could be dealing with another Cancer. Next we have a Hangman in the reverse. And we do have some Pisces energy with this. You could also be dealing with a Pisces. And we've got the Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse as well. And at the bottom of the deck we've got the Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like a pretty positive energy to be in, especially when it comes to a situation, being able to get to a good place, especially after some challenging times or something that may have felt like was kind of contributing to challenging energy in this connection with someone. With the Page of Wands, this does feel like an energy of having on the horizon good news coming up in the form of messages. I do also feel like with the Page of Wands, this also feels like a pretty exciting energy, a reason to be able to be excited about where things are going, where things are headed. And I do feel like with the Chariot card showing up over here, when it comes to a connection, this does feel like someone's energy being in a space where it's like they're prioritizing some part of this connection, especially if it is something to do with being able to actually form this connection in a way that feels like it's making a part of it even healthier within your connection. I do feel like it's conducive to your connection, but also feel like this person is quite disciplined in being able to show up for this connection in the way that it needs to be able to move in that direction. I do feel like with the Chariot card, this feels like an energy of being able to overcome obstacles in your path and also being able to have forward movements. There could be travel as well from this person, or you may be hearing from somebody who is actually planning on being able to travel towards you. I do feel like there is a seriousness to that intention. I do feel like with the Hangman in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where there could be some part of this connection that's putting you in a space where you need to make a decision, and it could be, you could have a desire to be able to have more time with being able to make a decision. So it does feel like a little bit of an indecisive energy. But with the Hangman showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to get to a space where it's like you're ready to take action, especially when it comes to the end of being in a space where there could have been a lot of waiting on someone or someone waiting on you. But this feels like having that forward movement in this connection. And I do feel like with the Hangman in the reverse, it also feels like an energy of being able to see things from a new perspective. And I do feel like that's also contributing to a sense of clarity, which is contributing to more growth on a personal level, but also being able to take initiative in this connection with someone. I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of being able to experience things turning for the better, especially where things may have been difficult. It feels like being able to experience somewhat of a relief in an area of this relationship. I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of somebody wanting to be able to make things right, or wanting to be able to actually have an opportunity to be able to actually make things right with you, in the sense that they may want to be able to reach out, they may want to make an apology, or they may even want to be able to kind of clear the air with you in this connection. And I do feel like it's about being able to actually start afresh on a clean slate in this connection with someone. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Fool card, and we have the Nine of Swords, and we've got the Eight of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck we've got the Three of Wands. So this Three of Wands showing up here, this does feel like an energy of being in a space of waiting or kind of experiencing delays, but with the Three of Wands showing up over here, it feels like the end of a waiting period. Being able to experience someone kind of breaking their silence, or being able to experience seeing progress when it comes to something you've been waiting on. I do feel like with the Three of Wands, this feels like a positive energy. And I do feel like also an energy of being able to experience that forward movement, in the sense that when it comes to this connection, there is an outlook of being optimistic about its future. And there is growth and expansion here. I do also feel that when it comes to the person you're dealing with, they also are seeing things with you as being able to contribute to that growth and expansion long term as well. With the Fool card, this does feel like an energy of feeling ready to be able to take a leap in this connection. And I do feel like there's a desire to be able to kind of prioritize this connection, and also being able to have that forward movement in this connection, being ready for that with you. I do feel like there's a leap of faith on this person's side. I do feel like with the Nine of Swords showing up over here though, there could be something about this connection that could be stressing you out, or something about this person. I do feel like there could be a sense of being in a space where there could be a lot of overthinking, but I do feel like also being in a space where a lot of overthinking is coming about because of not having the other side and the answers to be able to kind of reassure you. Do you feel like with this Nine of Swords showing up over here, it feels like an energy of being in a space where this connection could have stressed you out at one point, or is one that is kind of contributing to a lot of stressed out feelings. I do feel like though, with this Eight of Wands showing up over here, it feels like an energy of someone who wants to be able to kind of make things right with you in this situation. It feels like an energy of someone who wants to be able to reach out. So I feel like there's quick communication from them wanting to be able to kind of express something to you. And I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, they may actually regret something that they may have done to you, or even something that they may have said to you. And I do feel like with this Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this feels like a sincere energy as far as them being in a space where they could genuinely feel remorseful. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We've got the heart-to-heart conversations. We have very soon. And we've got honeymoon. So these heart-to-heart conversations, this does feel like communication. I do feel like with the Eight of Wands, this feels like quick communication. It could even be kind of sudden or unexpected hearing from someone. But this does feel like being able to have the kind of communication that gets to the heart of the matter. I do feel like this person kind of coming correct as far as them being able to address the situation straightforward and directly, as opposed to trying to be able to kind of dance around the topic. This feels like an energy of being able to get to the heart of things in the conversations between the two of you. I also feel like it's quite meaningful conversations when it comes to that Eight of Wands. It does feel like someone wanting to be able to express something, but it's coming from a space of being in a place where they are quite clear-headed about what they want to tell you. And I do feel like when it comes to reaching out, it's with intention. I do feel like with the very soon card showing up over here, this does feel like it's pertaining to the Hangman in the reverse. For this Hangman in the reverse, this feels like an indecisive energy. I do feel like also being in a space where you are kind of in a space where you could be trying to process things. I do feel like with the very soon card showing up over here, this is about being able to get decided upon when it comes to what you want in a situation, or what you want to be able to express in a situation. And I do feel like also being able to have things really going in your way when it comes to being able to make a request, when it comes to being able to express yourself. And I do feel like that being met by the other person or anybody you're trying to convey to. I do feel like with this very soon card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of also being able to experience the end of a waiting period. As far as this Three of Wands showing up over here, this feels like a successful energy when it comes to having had invested time and patience in a situation. I do feel like with this very soon card showing up over here, it feels like a good energy and even a good sign for being able to have a return on any of your investments, as far as even energetically, as far as being able to give a lot of attention or energy to a situation. Do you feel like it's going to be worth the wait? I do feel like with the honeymoon card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of wanting to be able to kind of either travel, take a trip, or be able to actually experience some good moments in this connection. I feel like this may be something someone's offering you or is inviting you on. And I do also get that with the Chariot card. I do feel like with this Page of Wands, this feels like an energy of someone kind of wanting to be able to express something to you. Message coming in. I do feel like it is good news, and I do feel like it's also potentially of a romantic nature as far as hearing from somebody you're in connection with. So those are the messages I'm getting for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.